Hello students, welcome back again. We have already discussed a few parameters about motion. We have talked about distance, we have talked about displacement, we have talked about speed, then we have talked about average speed. We'll talk about a few more parameters today. We will start our session with a topic uniform and non-uniform motion. Let us continue with this. We'll start with uniform and non-uniform motion. Okay, so the first one, uniform motion. Now the word itself, if you see this, it is uniform. Uniform means something which is increasing or decreasing uniformly. Like if we talk about motion, a body is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. So the definition of uniform motion is a body is said to have an uniform motion if it covers equal distances in equal time intervals, howsoever small the time intervals may be. Now please look at the definition. A body is said to have an uniform motion if it covers equal distances in equal time intervals. So if you talk about any case, let us take about any object, let us say we draw a table, let us say this table, at 0 second the distance travelled is, let us say, 0 meter. At 0 second, 0 meter. Let us say 5 seconds. Let us say the distance travelled is 10 meter. In 10 seconds, let us say the distance travelled is 20 meter. Then we have got 15 seconds. The distance travelled is 30 meters. Now if you look at this example, what is the time interval? Time interval we are taking 5 seconds. And what is the distance? 10 meter in each case. So if you look at this example, you can easily tell that in a gap of 5 seconds, the body is traveling 10 meters. So we would say that the body has got an uniform motion. But if you talk about general terms, like if you say a car moving on a highway, mostly the cars, the vehicles which move on a highway, sometimes we slow it down, sometimes we increase the speed. So most of the cases, the distance travelled and the time intervals, they are not uniformly increasing, and in that case we say the body has got a non-uniform motion. Let us write the definition of non-uniform motion. A body has non-uniform motion if it covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Let us say this is the, let us take an example for this. Let us take time and distance and draw a table. Let us take a gap of 0 second, then 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, then we have 15 seconds. Let us say 0 second, it is covering 0 meter. It starts from rest. 5 seconds, let us say the distance covered is 10 meter. 10 seconds, let us say it is covering 12 meters. Then let us say it is 19 meter. Now if you look at the time interval is 5 seconds here. We have kept 5 seconds as the time gap, but if you look at the distance, it is 10 meter first, then it is how much, 2 meter, then it is 7 meter. Now in this case what is happening, a body is covering unequal distances in equal intervals of time, and therefore the motion of the body is non-uniform. Mostly whatever motion we see in and around us, most of the cases they are non-uniform in nature. Okay, so this is about uniform and non-uniform motion. Let us talk about another interesting topic, which is velocity. Last time we had talked about speed and average speed. Now let us come to a very new term, velocity. Velocity means speed of a body in a given direction. Speed of a body in a given direction. So if you talk about speed in a given direction, let us see a case. If you say a car moving at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour. Let us say this is an example. A car moving at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour, and the second statement we say a car moving at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour towards east. Now what is the difference in these two examples? If you look at the two examples, the first example is a car moving at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour, and the second example is a car moving at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour towards east. So what we have done in this case is we have specified the direction of the body. We have specified the direction of the body. Therefore, here instead of speed, we would say velocity of the body or velocity of the car is 20 kilometer per hour. So we said 20 kilometer per hour is the velocity. Why it is 20 kilometer per hour velocity? Because we have given a specific direction. And when we are talking about a direction, what do we mean to say? The car must be traveling straight, right? So if the car is traveling straight in a given direction, means when we say direction, means the car is traveling straight. The car is traveling straight. So it is a given direction. Like if we say speed 20 kilometer per hour. Now this arrow shows the direction of the body. So here instead of saying speed, we would say velocity. Velocity is 20 kilometer per hour because the body is having a specific direction, and when it is moving in a specific direction, then the body has to go straight, and when it is traveling straight, the body would have displacement. So when the body has got a displacement, it would have a specific direction. And when we are talking about velocity, velocity of the car is 20 kilometer per hour, means the car must be traveling straight. And the second important thing is the body is having certain displacement. So how to calculate velocity? Velocity is also calculated the same way as speed, but speed is how what? Speed is equal to distance by time. What would be velocity? Velocity would be equal to displacement divided by time. So how to calculate velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement upon time. So velocity can be calculated by finding out the displacement and the time, and just divide it, you will get velocity. What is the unit? Unit would be meter per second. Okay, and velocity is a vector quantity, as it has got direction along with magnitude. Okay, so we talked about velocity. Velocity of a body is the change in displacement per unit time. Like speed was distance traveled by time taken, here velocity would be equal to displacement upon time. Okay, so how to, this can be the formula, or we can write velocity is equal to how much? Distance traveled in a given direction divided by time. Okay, it is the same thing, these two are same thing. The question is, when is speed and velocity the same? This question that I discussed, under what condition? Under under what condition is speed same as its velocity? Under what condition is speed same as its velocity? Now speed and velocity are same means when distance is same as displacement. This would be the condition. So when distance is equal to displacement, then speed is equal to velocity. And when is the distance equal to displacement? That is when the body is traveling in a straight line. Okay, when the body is traveling in a straight line, then the speed would be equal to velocity. Now let us write another question. How can the velocity of a body be changed? How can the velocity of a body be changed? What would be the first condition? Now if you look at the question, we want to change the velocity. So if you want to change the velocity, like if we say a body is moving at a speed of 20 km per hour this side, suddenly the body turns this side, maintaining the speed of 20 km per hour. Now what is remaining constant? Speed, or we can say magnitude of speed remains constant, but what is happening? The direction is changing. So the direction is changing, the magnitude remaining constant. So the first way to change the velocity of the body is keep the magnitude same, change the direction of the body. So the first condition is keeping the magnitude same and changing the direction of the body. This can be one condition. The second condition is keep the direction same, keep the direction same, direction remaining same, the direction is remaining same. What we can do? We can change the magnitude of speed. Let us say it is 20 km per hour, then we suddenly increase it to 22 km per hour. Now if you look at the direction is remaining same, and let us say this is 30 km per hour. What is happening? The magnitude is changing, but the direction remaining same. So in this way also you can change the velocity of the body. What can be a third way to change? Change both. Change the magnitude as well as direction of the body, and then the velocity would change. So by changing the magnitude as well as direction. So if you change both of them, then also you can change the velocity of the body. Okay, so this is all about velocity of the body. Now let us talk about uniform and non-uniform velocity. Uniform and non-uniform velocity. Now first is please write down the definition. A body has uniform velocity if it moves along a straight line Now when we are writing a body has uniform velocity, if it moves along a straight line means direction is fixed. The body has a uniform velocity if it moves along a straight line and covers equal displacements in equal time intervals. Now please try to understand the definition. A body is moving in a straight line, that means the direction of the body has been kept constant and it covers equal displacement in equal intervals of time. So when it is covering equal displacement in equal intervals of time, we can say that velocity of the body remains constant. So this is uniform velocity. So the first condition is the body has to move in a specific direction, and the second condition is it must have equal displacements in equal intervals of time. Okay, so this is the case of uniform velocity. So write down non-uniform velocity. What would be non-uniform velocity? Non-uniform velocity, let us say body moving in a straight line, body moving in a straight line. So the first condition is satisfied, that the direction is remaining fixed, but covers unequal displacements, in equal time intervals. So if this is the condition, body is moving in a straight line, so the direction is remaining same, the direction is remaining constant, fixed. But what is the problem here? The body is moving in a straight line, but the displacements are unequal in equal intervals of time. So in this case, what is happening? The body is actually having a non-uniform velocity. So the velocity does not remain constant. Velocity changes. So for discussing this, let us say we take some examples. Let us say that let us talk about a few examples of non-uniform velocity from day-to-day life. Let us say this is the highway. This is the highway and this is the car. The car moving in a specific direction. So the direction is fixed. So we have fixed the direction. Let us say first 1 kilometer it moves 1 kilometer in 30 minutes. Let us say, or not 30 minutes, 30 minutes becomes too long. Let us say 1 kilometer it is covering in 2 minutes. Let us say the next 1 kilometer it is taking 5 minutes. What is happening here in this case? The time gap is, now the distance is 1 kilometer, distance, or we can say displacement. So the displacement is 1 kilometer, time has changed. Next, let us say 1 kilometer it is taking 3 minutes. So again, if you look at the time, the direction is remaining same, the time has changed. So this is non-uniform velocity. Let us take another example, a very simple example. A body moving in a circular path. A body moving in a circular path. So if a body is moving in a circular path with constant speed, let us say, with a constant speed, this is the curve. Let us say this is the direction in which the body is moving. Now at every point, let us say these points, at A, let us say the direction of the body is this side. This is the direction towards AX. the body has got a direction towards AX. At B, the body has got a direction towards BY. This is the direction. At, let us say this is C, this is point C, and at C the direction is towards CZ. Now here speed is constant, speed remaining constant, direction changing continuously. Therefore this is a case of non-uniform velocity. So there are different examples of non-uniform velocity. Like if you we will talk about some more examples when we talk about the next topic. Okay, so these are all the cases of non-uniform velocity. When you talk about the day-to-day life examples, most of the cases are non-uniform in nature. Okay, like when the speed is changing, we calculate average speed of the body. So here also, when the body is moving in a straight line with variable speed, then velocity is taken as average now. So how to find out the average velocity of the body? What was average speed? Average speed was total distance traveled divided by total time taken. This was average speed. Now average velocity also is calculated the same way. Average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time taken. Okay, you can calculate average velocity by finding out total displacement divided by total time taken. Now the body is moving in a circular path. Let us say it starts from A and then returns back to point A. What is the average velocity? What would be the average velocity of the body? Average velocity of the body would be equal to 0. In this case, if the initial position coincides with the final position, then displacement would be displacement total would be equal to 0. Therefore average velocity will also be equal to 0. Okay, so if the initial position and final position coincide with each other. Now under what condition is average speed equal to average velocity? Now under what condition it will be equal? Now in this condition, the body must moving in a straight line, a body moving in a straight line would have average speed same as average velocity. Okay, so this is about average velocity. Now there is another very important condition, we can make it as a note. Note, if the velocity of a body is increasing at an uniform rate, velocity of a body increases at an uniform rate, if the velocity of a body increases at an uniform rate, then average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2, or we write average velocity is equal to u plus v by 2. Okay, so this is about average velocity. Let us move on to the next topic. Acceleration. So our next topic would be acceleration of the body. What is acceleration? Acceleration is, like if you talk about any example, if you start your car, the car starts from rest. Now in this case, let us say the body is moving straight, it starts, let us say that in 10 seconds, its velocity becomes 20 meter per second. In the next 10 seconds, let us say this velocity becomes 40 meter per second. So what is happening here? What is the change in velocity? In the first 10 seconds, this is equal to Change in velocity in the first 10 seconds is 20 meter per second. Now it is starting, so it is 0 meter per second initially. It is 0 meter per second. Change in velocity in the first 10 seconds is 20 meter per second minus 0 meter per second. So it is 20 meter per second. And what is the time? Time is 10 seconds. This is first case. Now in the second condition, in the next 10 seconds, the velocity, change in velocity is 40 meter per second minus 20 meter per second. So it is 20 meter per second and the time is 10 seconds. So what is happening with the time? The velocity of the body is increasing. So velocity of the body is increasing with time. Velocity of the body is increasing with time. Therefore we say, in simple words we say, the body is getting accelerated. The body is getting accelerated. So what is acceleration then? Acceleration of a body is the rate of change of velocity, or we say change in velocity of a body per unit time is called as the acceleration of the body. Okay, so let us write the definition. Change in velocity of the body change in velocity of a body per unit time is called acceleration. Therefore, we write acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time taken. So change in velocity divided by time taken. So change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken is t. Final velocity is written as v, initial velocity is written as u, time is t. So a is equal to v minus u by t. This is the formula to calculate the acceleration of a body. Acceleration is change in velocity divided by time taken. Now, what is the numerator? Unit. Let us find out the SI unit. Change in velocity. So it is meter per second divided by second. So we get meter by second into second. So we get meter by second square, or we write meter per second square. This is the unit of acceleration. Now to understand this, let us talk about the simple example. A body being dropped. A body falls towards the earth because earth pulls every object with an acceleration due to gravity, and the value of acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. It is approximate value. Let us try to understand it first, and then we will talk about this definition again. So the example is a body dropped from a height. The body dropped from a height. Under this condition, Earth pulls the body downwards with an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. Now the question is, what is the meaning of this? Meaning means, if you see 10 meter per second square can be written as 10 meter per second divided by 1 second. So if it is 10 meter per second divided by 1 second, we say there is an increase of 10 meter per second velocity in every 1 second. So if you try to make a table out of this, the table would be time, velocity. If we start from 0 second, the velocity was 0 meter per second. After 1 second, the velocity is 10 meter per second. After 2 seconds, it would be 2 into 10, so it is 20 meter per second. After 3 seconds, it would be 30 meter per second, and so on. So what is happening? There is an increase in velocity with time. This is called acceleration. So acceleration is change in velocity divided by time. So if you find out in this time gap, the change in velocity is 30 minus 20 and the time is 3 minus 2, so it is 10 by 1, so it is 10 meter per second square. So acceleration means the velocity of the body increasing with time. It is not necessarily increase, it can also be decrease also. Okay, so we will continue from here in the next lecture with more discussion on acceleration and a few more examples. Thank you.